Hello everybody. Yeah, this is on. Okay, as very kindly introduced, I'm Chris. I'm one of the founders of Eureeca. Called Eureeca because we celebrate all those Eureka moments that you as entrepreneurs had. Now, we couldn't afford the right spelling, hence, E-U-R-E-E-C-A. Now, it's great to be on stage here. I mean, for two reasons. One, it's nice as an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur most of my life, so readdressing the balance somewhat. It's nice to get VCs up on stage that are pitching to us for a change. And it's important that you take that away in that you are the prize as entrepreneurs, right? Money is everywhere. Money is a commodity. Many checks can be signed from various different places, but you are the prize, right? Get the right investor at the right time for your business. Second nice reason that we're here on stage is that this is the first time that Capital on Stage has deviated somewhat and put equity crowdfunding platforms here to introduce themselves to you. It's normally a VC-centric product. And that's good for us as an industry, and really because it's a validation of the development of equity crowdfunding globally. Up to now, it's often seen by entrepreneurs as an alternative or a rather left field way of raising money, or the last choice, or the second, third, or fourth, or fifth choice in terms of the fundraise. Well, for us as founders of platforms like Eureeca, really believe this should be the first choice. It should be the air that you breathe. It should be the mechanism by which you raise money. And I'm not going to repeat what my friend Jeff said in terms of the industry. I'm just going to give you a different perspective in terms of the fact that platforms like Eureeca, we do so much more for you than merely raise the money. So our job is to effectively be your investment app, is to hold your hand through that entire painful fundraising process from getting fit for funding. So you as an entrepreneur have got to figure out, right, how can I put together the right pitch? How can I validate my business, my valuation? What's the right tools to use? Who can I go and speak to? How do I write a script for my pitch, et cetera, et cetera. We call that fit for funding, and our job is to hold your hand through that entire journey. Then you start raising money. You've got to put together a campaign. You've got to segment your target list. You've got to figure out what emails to write, the workflows in terms of how you raise that money. If someone's interested, how do I then respond to them, etc.? How do I create momentum? How do I create early adoption? How do I create this sense of competitive environment when I'm raising money? Again, equity crowdfunding platforms do all that for you. And then once you've raised the money, how do I negotiate term sheets, shareholders agreements, all the way through to issuance shares, and then after that, investor reporting and corporate governance therein. We, good platforms like Seeders and Eureeca, will help hold your hand through that entire journey. So whether you're raising your money from one or two, 5 VCs all putting in $1 million each, or 1,000 investors putting in $1,000 each, when you bring stuff online, the whole process is much more efficient, much more transparent, and easier to operate in. So my advice to you, whether you're raising $100,000 or $100 million, is go to equity crowdfunding to start that conversation, because you'll be surprised at how they've managed to, platforms like us have managed to unlock the ecosystem, if you like, and give you support at every stage of the way in terms of raising the money. And we do all that for a success fee, ultimately. We make our money if you get funded. If you don't get funded, we don't make any money at all. And so we are very much aligned with you as entrepreneurs to get you through that very painful journey, which I as an entrepreneur have done many times in my life. I've raised money for various businesses, from credit cards or loans from my mum, all the way through to venture capital, high net worth and private equity. And it's a super painful experience. And it's a lot nicer to be going on that journey with someone that can really hold your hand, or as I often say, drag you, frankly, through the fundraising journey. So that's it. In terms of us as equity crowdfunding, again, we're very efficient. You bring things online, stuff is snappy. I'll use this minute, though, while I'm on stage, just to introduce us. So we're like I say, we're Eureeca. We're in various markets globally. Recently launched here in the Netherlands. My personal focus will be Europe over the next 18 months or so. Our regional hub is here in Amsterdam. A few of my team members are here. Koen is over there, country manager. A few of our guys are here, and we'll be happy to introduce to you the crazy world of equity crowdfunding and push you in the right direction in terms of unlocking your needs for fundraising. So that's it, really. I've got 30 seconds. I'll recommend a book to you, right, while I've got this time. So you're all obviously raising money. I'm assuming that's why you're in this room. I recommend a good book to read called Pitch Anything by Oren Klaff. If you can do nothing more than read the first chapter of that book, which you can probably get for free, right? You know, Amazon give you a sample, and normally the first chapter, it will change your life in terms of the way that you look to pitch, the way that you look to build up your sales cycle, etc. Pitch anything, or and class. Cheers. Okay.